Ever looked up at a plane soaring through the air and wondered, how did they build that thing? It seems like magic, a massive hunk of metal defying gravity. But trust me, it's not magic. It's engineering brilliance. And we're about to take a wild ride through the fascinating process of how airplanes are made. Buckle up, petrolheads, because we're going from concept to flight. We'll delve into the intricate world of airplane manufacturing. From the initial spark of an idea to the final stamp of approval, it's a journey of meticulous planning, cutting-edge technology, and a whole lot of hard work. Get ready to explore the hangars, meet the minds behind these mechanical marvels, and witness the birth of a flying machine. This isn't just about rivets and wings though, it's about the dedication, the teamwork, the sheer audacity of human ingenuity. So, whether you're an aviation enthusiast or just curious about how things fly, get ready for takeoff. We're about to embark on an adventure into the heart of airplane creation. Every airplane you've ever seen started as a simple idea. Engineers and designers huddled together, fueled by coffee and ambition. Their mission? To create the next generation of aircraft. They use complex computer programs to sketch out the plane's shape. It's like digital sculpting. But instead of clay, they're molding the future of flight. They consider everything: how fast it needs to be, how far it needs to fly, how much it needs to carry. Everything is calculated, from the curve of the wings to the length of the fuselage. It's a delicate dance between aerodynamics, efficiency, and good old-fashioned physics. Imagine designing a car that not only has to be fast and fuel efficient, but also has to stay up in the air for hours on end. That's the challenge these engineers face, and they tackle it with a potent mix of creativity and cold, hard calculations. Building an airplane isn't as simple as grabbing some metal and hoping for the best. The materials used are crucial. We're talking about things that can withstand incredible forces, extreme temperatures, and still be light enough to fly. Think of it like baking a cake. You wouldn't use chili powder in a Victoria sponge, would you? Aluminum alloys are the workhorses of the aviation world. They're lightweight, strong, and resistant to corrosion, perfect for those long-haul flights. Then there's titanium, even stronger than aluminum, and ideal for the super hot areas around the engine. And let's not forget composites. These are materials made from different components like carbon fiber, woven together to be incredibly strong yet surprisingly light. Think of it like weaving a super strong basket, but instead of straw, you're using materials that can withstand the rigors of flight. Choosing the right material for each part is a bit like a game of high-stakes Tetris. Everything has to fit perfectly, balance correctly, and perform flawlessly, thousands of feet in the air. It's a materials scientist's dream, and maybe their nightmare too. Now that we've got our materials, it's time to put them to work. Giant rolls of aluminum alloy are fed into massive machines that slice and shape them with laser precision. Think of it like a giant cookie cutter, but instead of dough, it's cutting aircraft-grade metal. These machines, guided by computers, can turn a flat sheet of metal into a complex wing rib in minutes. It's mesmerizing to watch, like a robotic ballet of precision and power. Each part, from the smallest bracket to the massive wing spars, is meticulously crafted to exacting standards. But it's not all robots and lasers. Skilled technicians inspect every single piece, ensuring it meets the stringent quality standards of the aviation industry. They're like the quality control ninjas of the factory floor, their keen eyes spotting even the tiniest imperfection. Section 5. Piecing the puzzle. Assembling the aviation jigsaw. Imagine a giant jigsaw puzzle, but instead of cardboard pieces, you have thousands of aircraft parts, each one meticulously crafted and ready to be assembled. That's what the assembly hangar is like. A hive of activity, where skilled workers piece together the airplane bit by bit. It starts with the fuselage, the main body of the plane. Large sections, already fitted with wiring and some internal components, are carefully joined together. It's like putting together a giant metal tube, but with a lot more wires and a lot less room for error. Then come the wings. These are carefully lifted into place using massive cranes and precisely aligned with the fuselage. It's a delicate operation requiring careful coordination and a steady hand, even with all the heavy machinery. You wouldn't want to drop a wing, would you? Finally, the tail fin, engines, landing gear, and all the other bits and pieces are added. Each component has its designated spot, and slowly but surely the airplane starts to take shape. It's like watching a giant erector set come together, but instead of a toy, you're building a machine that will soar through the skies. Section 6. The nervous system, wiring the plane's brain. We've got the body, now it's time to give our plane a brain. And by brain, I mean the miles of wiring and thousands of electrical components that make a modern aircraft a technological marvel. This isn't your dad's old car radio wiring. This is serious high-tech stuff. Electricians, working with diagrams that would make your head spin, carefully connect wires, install sensors, and bring the plane's electrical system to life. It's like wiring a small city, with everything from the engine controls to the in-flight entertainment system relying on this intricate network. And then, there's the software. Modern airplanes are essentially flying computers with millions of lines of code controlling everything from navigation to flight control systems. It's the unseen force that keeps the plane in the air and ensures a smooth and safe flight. Section 7. Triple check everything, no room for error. Building an airplane isn't a job for the faint of heart. There's no room for error when you're dealing with machines that fly hundreds of miles per hour, thousands of feet in the air. That's why quality control is paramount at every stage of the process. Inspectors swarm over the aircraft, armed with checklists as long as your arm and an arsenal of high-tech equipment. They're checking everything: welds, wiring, engine performance, you name it. Nothing escapes their scrutiny. They use X-rays to peer inside the wings, looking for any hidden flaws. They test the hydraulic systems to make sure the landing gear will go up and down when it's supposed to. They even simulate lightning strikes to ensure the electronics can handle whatever Mother Nature throws at them. Only when every single item on the checklist gets a big, fat tick is the airplane cleared for the next stage. It's rigorous, it's thorough, and it's what makes air travel one of the safest forms of transportation in the world. Section 8. Taking to the skies, the maiden voyage. This is it, the moment of truth. After years of design, countless hours of labor, and more checklists than you can shake a stick at, the airplane is finally ready for its first flight. It's a big day, filled with anticipation, excitement, and a healthy dose of nerves. A highly experienced test pilot, the bravest of the brave, straps into the cockpit. The engines roar to life, the smell of jet fuel hangs in the air, and slowly, gracefully, the airplane lifts off the runway for the very first time. Up in the air, the test pilot puts the plane through its paces. They test the engines, the controls, the handling, basically, making sure everything works as it should. It's a critical step, pushing the aircraft to its limits in a controlled environment to ensure it's safe for passengers. Section 9. Cleared for takeoff. Getting the official nod. The first flight is a success, but the journey isn't over yet. Before an airplane can carry passengers, it needs to be certified by the aviation authorities. Think of it like getting your driver's license, but a million times more complex and with a lot more paperwork. The airplane goes through a battery of tests, even more rigorous than the first flight. They simulate every possible scenario: extreme weather, engine failures, even bird strikes, to ensure the aircraft can handle it all. They leave no stone unturned, no rivet unchecked. If the airplane passes all the tests, and it usually does thanks to all the hard work we've talked about, it receives its type certificate. This little piece of paper is the golden ticket, the official stamp of approval that says this airplane is safe to fly. Section 10. Epilog, the magic of flight, engineered to perfection. So there you have it, the incredible journey of how airplanes are made. From the initial spark of an idea to the final roar of the engines, it's a testament to human ingenuity, teamwork, and the relentless pursuit of innovation. We've seen how engineers design these flying machines with meticulous detail, how skilled workers craft them with precision, and how rigorous testing ensures they're safe to carry us across the skies. It's a complex process, but the result is nothing short of extraordinary. Next time you're on a plane, take a moment to appreciate the marvel of engineering that surrounds you. It's not magic that keeps you aloft, it's science, technology, and the dedication of countless individuals who pour their hearts and souls into making air travel possible. Now that's something worth raising a glass to.